Yeah, from what I hear, because I don't watch German football, but in the Bundesliga, Diomande was already turning heads. How old is he? 19, 20. He was turning heads. It seems like that guy, once you give him the ball, he's a winger, but this guy carries the ball 20, 40 yards. You can't take the ball off of him. On the touchline, he's physical. He gets crosses in and everything. He's like a tank. He's like a truck. He also makes a lot of crosses and creates dangerous situations. But the question I asked of him, he also did this in the World Cup. In the World Cup, Cote d'Ivoire was one of the most dangerous teams, and it was the inability to score that to finish up and score goals that hurt Cote d'Ivoire. And he also plays a role in that because he holds the ball, he goes all the way down to the touchline, makes crosses. But I don't know if he has purpose or vision as a player. If he can make accurate crosses behind the line, the way that somebody like a Yamal makes when he gets to the corner. Um, if when he doesn't have the ball, does he is he intelligent with the way he moves? We know he has pace and he stretches defense, but is he intelligent with how he stretches defenses? Is he looking to come in on the weak side of another player so they can pass the ball to him? Or is he just waiting for give me the ball? So these are questions that we have. It's not only him. This is a problem that we're seeing with a lot of teams that did played in the World Cup with the players that are very fast, very strong. But the question is, do you have purpose, and can you fit in with the team tactically? Now we know he's going to Real Madrid, and most likely Vinny Jr. may not be starting. I mean, Vinny Jr. may be leaving. So let's just assume that he's going to be on the left with Real Madrid, and then you're going to have Mbappé in the center. That's going to be a bloody combination because Diomande can hold a play. The guy is strong. You can't take the ball from him. If he can lead a counterattack and hold up play and create space for Mbappe, no problem. But what happens when they start meeting teams like Barcelona or teams like
I am.
uh, PSG and Bayern, which have schemes which close down all the passing lanes? We saw what Spain did to France with Mbappe and Olise. So what I'm saying with Real Madrid would be a lot of teams 6-0 like they did last year. Diomande will create Diomande stretches one way, then you've got Mbappe in the middle, then you've got Rodrigo. There'll be a lot of space. But the question is when you meet teams that have like you said, very tactical schemes and everything, what is he going to do? The question is, I see him as one of these types of players that dribbles with the ball, but isn't thinking about what the next move is, and may not. I'm. These are questions. I'm not trying to curse this guy because I need to do more
Research.
scouting on him. But from what I saw in the World Cup, he was very powerful, very fast, but he wasn't interfaced with the rest of the team. He was actually the best player on their team, but so I won't say that it's his fault. But we have big questions as to we know that the position of the wing, especially the left winger or the right wing, the left winger nowadays has to have a lot more technical play, right? So the question I'm breaking down is he a technical player? Because Real Madrid needs a technical player. They also need a creative or attacking midfielder because the team is not on balance now, and bringing him is not going to solve their problem in midfield. What are your thoughts
Yeah.
of? Oh no, what are your thoughts, Warif? Warif is saying yes, yes, he agrees with me. Let's
Yeah.
go.
You see, I watched him in the World Cup. I think he's a brilliant player. He plays like Duku, but he
Yeah,
needs to play as a team. He plays individual football. And
yeah.
again, to him coming to
Okay, go ahead, Warif. Yeah,
okay, like what I was saying, I said he's an individual player. He's a brilliant footballer for sure. But him coming into Madrid at this point of time when Jose Mourinho is the coach, I think he has to work hard because Mourinho, we all know that he's a no-nonsense coach. Mourinho, once he wants a target, he must get it. So I think the pressure will be on him. So he needs to work on himself, how to blend up with the what's it called with the Madrid team, and also how to keep a pace with Spanish football. If not, he might be a flop, I think. But he's a good one for what's it called for Madrid. That means him coming to Madrid. That means Vinicius Junior might be leaving or might be on the bench because I think Vinicius would like if you see what happened in the last match, Champions League match between Real Madrid and the coach, the club that Mourinho was then. They have them this racial what's it called issue. So Madrid,
oh
I
yeah.
don't know if Mourinho wants Vinicius in his team, but it's a good one for him. But he needs to work and
Unless they
play.
move him to the right, I don't think he's going to play. He can't play on the right.
Yeah,
What do you think of Falabi?
Well, first of all, I don't think there's any future plans for Vinicius. I think that guy was brought in as a replacement, and the reasons are not far-fetched. Uh, Vinicius wants more money. Real Madrid is not willing to increase his salary. So they look for a younger person that can do the job better than he does it. So Diomande, what he brings is a lot of running. He has a lot of athleticism. He can cover between 30 and 50 meters, in the blink of an eye. And those are the kind of players Mourinho likes. Once they win possession from teams that play high, he likes players that can cover distance quickly in a couple of seconds. He has those kind of qualities. And we saw it too when he was playing for Ivory Coast. He's a very good dribbler, but he prefers to push the ball on the run and cut back instead of opting to dribble. I think he's a young, promising guy, but for the amount of money that they paid for him, I think he's a little too high because, I mean, he's
Who,
just,
Diamande?
yes, Diomande.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his ceiling is high, but I think he's just developing his football. And at a big club like Real Madrid, you are not going to be given too many chances to make mistakes. At RB Leipzig, you can make a lot of mistakes and get away with it. You are playing for Real Madrid, you have to be perfect all the time. So the pressure, can he handle it psychologically? So that's what I see. And then playing with someone like Mbappé, who is a liability, he doesn't work for the team, doesn't track back.
And
So
he's not gonna encourage you.
and he's not going to encourage him. So I'm curious to see how Mourinho will use him because Mourinho is the one driving a lot of these acquisitions. There seems to be some kind of tactical evolution, so to speak.
I think he wants to play like how he played with Tottenham.
We don't know where Mourinho will play him. Maybe on the right, on the left. But I think he's a ready-made replacement for Vinicius.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think so. What are your thoughts, Segodi?
No, I think it's a good signing for Madrid, but my other concern is for him going to play with those type of egos. Will he be able to like cope with the superstars that is challenging there at Real Madrid, and will he be able to produce the result that they actually paid for? But he's a good player that can run behind the defense, can hold up the ball. He's very strong. I see him is playing very individual football. I think in Spain he might struggle with that, but it's something that can be fixed because he can cut in and then take shots from inside. So he's a very good player. I think Madrid has done well too for signing him.
But I think that's the problem because the question you're asking is that when he goes to Real Madrid, can he carry his weight? That's the problem. Real Madrid is not a system. They think they can bring one or two players, bring a Rodri, bring a Diomande, and everything will be better. They don't have a system of play. You see what I'm saying? Of
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
They
Yes,
don't.
absolutely,
Can you imagine?
absolutely.
Oh, can he
At
come?
best, they are
He needs to
chaotic.
perform. They're saying that when you come, you need to perform. When you play
Yeah,
for Spain
true.
or Barcelona, they don't say you need to perform. They say, okay, guys, let's work. We need to perform. You get my
Yeah.
point?
Yeah,
Collective team.
yes.
Yeah. And even with the way they play, the Spanish team, look, when you bring in not just Spain, the Spanish style of football, when you bring in um someone like Nico Williams, you don't have to tell him what to do because they've been playing a system of football since they were 9 years old, so they don't need to tell each other. They already know their style of play. Real Madrid, mostly players from other countries. They don't have one
Yes,
system of
yes.
play.
That's
Yeah,
very
you just
true.
plug.
That's very true.
Yeah,
And they've been
yeah,
playing this system from the youth
yeah.
systems on
So
the
they just
20.
enter.
So they're
Yeah,
already used to it.
yeah. So they have interchangeable players. So we'll see what happens anyway. Because I think the fact that they want to put if they want to put pressure on this guy, that's the wrong way of thinking it. He
Yeah.
should be putting pressure on them that you guys. Why am I coming here if you guys aren't ready to play like a team? Don't make me look bad. Also, you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? All right. So let's quickly talk about Vinny Jr.